made it to Antigua, Guatemala. I never thought I will actually make it here. We actually rented a car. I was really inspired to rent a car and just drive in Guatemala, and yeah, I basically drove in Guatemala from Guatemala City to Antigua. This is our room. We're staying at Luna Maya Hotel right in the center, so it's walking distance to the center of Antigua. And we just took like 2 hours to relax after checking in, and I say to go and explore a bit the city. And I think we're just gonna focus not on the touristy places, because I think everybody already knows what are the top things to do in Guatemala. I think we should just talk about the logistics and how safe Guatemala is, how you get here, yeah, everything you need to know as a tourist. And especially if you're like me and Eddie, like you want to organize your trip, you don't want to rely on any tour agencies or guides. Yeah, this is what we're going to do in Guatemala, and hopefully we can help you plan your own trip in Guatemala too with our tips. So far so good. Renting a car was okay, driving here was okay, but I have big ifs on that topic later. So welcome to Antigua, the most popular and visited place in Guatemala. Although Antigua is not its capital, it's its former capital, the colonial city when the Spaniards conquered Guatemala, this wonderful place in Central America. And I just want to say that it's very easy to come here. It's very safe so far from what we've experienced. We've been here for like 3 days, right? And we also rented a car. We drove ourselves here from Guatemala City Airport, which is like 2-hour drive through the mountains. The traffic near the city in Guatemala was kind of chaotic, so if you're an experienced driver, you should be able to drive there. If not, it's gonna be not so easy. Also,
Antigua. How do you come here?
So the thing is that everybody comes to Antigua because, as I said, as opposed to Guatemala City, this is a very nice and safe place, colorful, lots to visit. It's at an altitude of 1,500 meters high, and it's surrounded by volcanoes, and you can hike at least 2 volcanoes. And there is still one erupting, like on somewhere on that side, and you can climb. It's usually like a 2-day hike. So you can see the other volcano erupting at sunrise, so that's a sight, but it's not guaranteed, because if it's cloudy or whatever, it's not erupting, then you won't see anything. And it's a huge effort, mainly because of the air. So it's very high up. You get like 3,000 altitude, right? Yeah. So
Why should people come here instead of other countries in Central America?
Oh, well, I think the same reason we decided to come to Guatemala. First of all, it's more affordable than other places, and also it's very safe. So if you are looking for a balance between safety and affordability, then Guatemala is the go-to place. And I'm starting to feel like this place in particular, Antigua, is starting to become some sort of hipster digital nomad hub. Like the internet is not that great yet, but there's like Starbucks and Subway and Wendy's and all sorts of very American stuff.
What about getting to other places in Guatemala, like Lake Atitlan and Tikal?
Yeah, so the other 2 main spots here besides Antigua, Lake Atitlan and Tikal, there are buses that can take you there, even from Antigua. They're tourist bus, not like the local chicken buses, which are the cheapest things. But you have to book those through tour agencies. That's why, because we're so comfortable, we decided to rent a car and just drive there whenever we feel like it, so we don't have to carry our backpacks.
What's traffic like? Is it safe?
Yeah, so far it was safe, but I think we need a lot more to talk about stats than 2 minutes here, because now it's starting to be really crowded on this street, and I don't know if you can hear it.
Final question: Do you like it?
Yeah, so far we loved it. We were so stressed out about coming to Guatemala and about safety and hotels and whatever because we've heard so much about South America. But Guatemala is actually really, really safe, unexpectedly safe. So I get why people are still coming. I mean, starting to come here, and it still like feels like an undiscovered gem, although it's quite touristy. Oh, and you have to speak Spanish.
Hablo español.
Yes, tú necesitas hablar español.
Tú hablas
Sí,
español.
sí, yo hablo español. I think that's the thing that saves us.
Bonito.
Bonito. Okay.
Gracias.
Afternoon in Antigua, we decided to join this chocolate workshop, and the first thing they're asked us to do is to make our own chocolate, and now they're presenting the toppings for the chocolate. It's very interesting. Eddie's fascinated. So we're making this chocolate. No. So first you have to pour your chocolate here in the mold. Oh, this is a lot of chocolate. Are you putting your chocolate in? Yay!
You can take out the rest with your stick. You can scrape with the stick.
There are two types of workshops. They have 3 workshops every day from 11, 3, and another one from 5. And since Eddie is very bored and he cannot sit through one entire 2-hour workshop for making chocolate, we just chose the very lazy one that takes only 1 hour. So that's why we are here right now, to make chocolate, because no trip to Guatemala is complete without chocolate making and coffee tasting.
I'm gonna carve my initials in.
You're gonna crave your initials?
Carve them.
Huh?
I'm gonna carve them.
You're gonna carve your initials?
Yes.
Okay. But this is like kind of thick chocolate, right?
Yes, it is. It's really good. I tried it.
It's good?
It's very good.
It has 55% cacao and 45 is sugar. Right?
Yes.
Look, mine looks really good.
I always wondered what makes chocolate good. And now I know.
Cacao and
Chocolate
it's sugar. Look at it. It's glorious. Okay. What else should we put in it? I'm gonna put some roasted coconut.
Oh yeah, I wanted to do this.
Roasted
I'm
coconut.
gonna make my extra spicy and extra sweet.
To Guatemala. Here you are number 6 and you're number 7. Don't forget your numbers.
So our chocolate just got a number.
I think I need to wait till it's dry.
Sí, gracias.
Nada.
I'm gonna make my chocolate have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different flavors. First flavor, super spicy.
Different. You're gonna put different. Okay, I think this is good. Wow.
Make this chocolate unedible.
No. Stop.
What?
Too much.
A little bit.
Put it back. Not good.
So this corner is spicy.
Coconut.
Coconuts. Yes.
Coconut. Peanut, coffee,
This
And,
corner
yeah,
will be coconut.
I think
This will be the best one.
I think this is enough. Put more?
This corner.
I think I'm good.
This is coffee.
See, that is coffee.
This will be coffee-ish.
Yes.
Let's put this in the middle. So, half through the chocolate, I have 3 flavors.
Come on.
Impressive, huh? Is that cinnamon?
Yeah, you want a cinnamon?
I want cinnamon, yeah. Cinnamon in the corner, but let's try not to spill it in the other corner. It's hard. Okay, more flavors.
What do you need?
Surprise me. The yellow stuff.
Yellow stuff. Peanuts?
Yeah, peanuts.
Peanuts or macadamia?
Macadamia.
I
No.
use macadamia.
No, peanuts. Then.
Peanuts? Okay.
Let's make this
Or
special.
almond.
No, I'm good.
Almond
I'm good with peanuts.
slice. Okay,
I
don't go
can
crazy.
I can work with peanuts.
This is really good.
Is that?
Good.
Oh, that's cardamom. I don't want cardamom. I would never do anything that involves cardamom.
It's like liquid coffee.
And this is spicy, right? I think so. And this is the best corner. Even though it's not a corner, it's in the middle. This is spicy.
And we're done. Let it be.
Did you like
And I'll put a bit of this in mine.
See? It's the first time that you do the workshop.
So this is chocolate tea, cocoa tea. Let's see what it's like. Wow, it's really good. It's exactly what you'd expect.
And this is the most famous place in Antigua, Gate of Santa Catarina. What do you visit here in Antigua? Well, Antigua is a colonial city, their former capital, when the Spaniards conquered them. So you basically just walk around the city, the architecture is nice, and then it's surrounded by a beautiful volcano. So basically you can hike, not one, but at least 2 volcanoes. You can also go to various viewpoints. You have a viewpoint of the city and it's very nice. And you can taste chocolate because they make some chocolate here. The coffee, of course, there's also coffee in Antigua. A lot of things. Yeah, definitely. It's rated as one of the most affordable and safe. So if you balance those things out, forget what the internet is saying. From what we reckon right now, the internet has old information, so it needs to be updated. So far, extremely safe and affordable and very nice.
And final question: how long does it take you to get from the U.S.?
Oh, it's like 3-hour flight from Miami to get to Guatemala City, but don't stay in Guatemala City. It's a bit chaotic, at least. That's the main problem, I think.
What are the main parts that you visit, that people visit in Guatemala?
Oh yeah, so our first stop, and most people that come to Guatemala for the first time come directly to Antigua. It's like a 2-hour shuttle from the airport, and then they go to Lake Atitlan, which is a lake with beautiful small villages around it, and you can just take boats to get from one village to the other. And then on the other side, on the Caribbean side, you have some villages, but not a lot of people go there. And also, if you go up to the north, you have like towards Mexico, let's say, kind of ish. You have Flores and the famous Tikal, the Mayan pyramids, right? And that's really impressive, because these people over here, they used to be an empire, so they have a lot of culture and history, and dogs. And here in the center of Antigua, you're also going to find this very impressive spot, which is the convent of Santa Cruz, and it's the largest. Now it's a ruin, but it's was the largest convent in Central America. It's basically huge. There is also an area with catacombs, and there were spots like chambers for the nuns to live, and they wouldn't leave this place. And you have everything here, like you have the fountains and the gardens, and you have the convent, and it's actually very, very nice. And it's, I have to say, a beautiful spot for pictures.
I have to say so too.
You love the pictures too?
I have to say so too.
You also took some pictures, so it's very photogenic. If you ever come to Antigua, just prepare to take lots and lots of pictures. It's very nice. So we just realized that going to this lookout point is taking us on a very steep stairs, and we were confused and concerned about going hiking up the volcano, but this is apparently very easy and accessible. Walk up should be your tell, the way to tell if you're suitable to hike up at 3,000 meters altitude or not. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty, the air isn't it's very thick.
Yeah.
So I'm not suitable.
We come from very flat
Give me a
land.
cigarette.
No, we don't smoke. So as I said, Antigua is this very beautiful old colonial city which was abandoned basically because of earthquakes. But why do we have earthquakes? Because we have volcanoes. And well, now it's so touristy and everything, and you can do a lot of things that are about volcanoes. There are a lot of activities, and one of the easiest thing you can do is watch a volcano from the other side. And from the center of Antigua you can climb up, like walk for 30 minutes and get to, for instance, this viewpoint, which is Cerro de la Cruz.
Can you enjoy any earthquakes?
Hopefully not, but yeah, that's not something to joke about. I mean, it's kind of scary. And Antigua is like in a valley, but like it's a 1,500 meters high valley, and then the mountains, the volcanoes around make it look like it's flat. And
So the hike up the mountain must be a real pleasure.
the real hike, the hike that people come here for. So I'm going to list all the activities in the description in a blog post and tell you all about Antigua, because there are a bunch of them, and you can do different volcano hikes depending on your level of fitness. So you basically chose the easiest of them all. Just walk up to the viewpoint on a mountain, which is tiny compared to what we're seeing right now, but still was, I mean, it was quite steep, but doable. So you have a lot of things to do for free. And if you don't want to walk here, you can drive here or get a hire tuk-tuk. There are plenty of those in the center, and they're going to ask you like, do you want to go this and that? So there are alternatives.
You know that couple who used to make movies about volcanoes and they used to study them? And they went to Iceland when one was exploding.
Yeah.
And I bet you they went, I don't know, but I bet you they went here
yeah.
because they would go to Central America.
Yeah.
And do you know what happened to them? Think you
What?
can guess.
They stayed on the volcano, they liked it so much.
They stayed a little too long
No.
in Japan.
Oh,
And I guess you could say they're now part of the volcano.
wow, yeah. So there are a few places in the world where you can come and admire volcanoes and see erupting volcanoes, and Guatemala is one of those places. But prepare for a very steep. You know that the huge hike that takes 2 days. It's not that like it's so steep. I mean, it's manageable. The thing is that it's just so high up, like the altitude, and you don't get to breathe as normal as you would normally. And
Do you know why they don't really like to have sporting events like the World Cup in South America anymore, or Mexico?
because the sportsmen cannot breathe because the air is so rare.
Yeah, and like the South American teams just like walk all over them, usually.
Yeah, because they're used to the atmosphere and the air here and everything. Yeah, well, when I first got off the plane in Guatemala City like 3 days ago, the first thing I said in the airport, like inside the building, I was like, I cannot breathe. It was kind of
I'm
weird.
kind of sick too.
Yeah.
I'm okay now.
Okay, so we're gonna just sit here, enjoy our coffee, because we brought coffee with us from the city center, and then go back to the hotel and continue our road trip through Guatemala.